tired day. Where's my beloved seat? I really need to sit down for a rest. I think I found it. Oh, why this chair is so big?
Because you're touching me.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh.
It must be tough to be blind.
Yeah, of course. Those things, sometimes you just can't really feel more as I did. The first smell of a coffee, the rain on the window, and once you lose your vision, you try to experience the world in a different way.
I suppose I never thought about that. How did you become blind anyway?
Let's say it's just because retinitis disease. When I was very young, my vision started to narrow. It just feels like you seeing words through a narrow tunnel, let's say. When I was 30, this tunnel just completely closed.
But isn't it hard not being to be able to see it?
Yeah, of course it's going to be hard. I can't really see the face of my loved ones, and can't even navigate myself in a crowded room. But you have to adapt it to it because you have no other ways to really live a good life. You have to use better of your other sense.
Oh, I'm sorry, Ken. I didn't mean that. I didn't really like that.
No, don't be, Austin. And what I said, you can experience the world in a whole different way. So it's okay. And as soon as the technology develops, probably I can regain my vision fully one day.
Good morning, Ken. I have some exciting information about amazing technology called bionic eye for you today.
Oh, bionic eye? Sounds great.
It absolutely is. It's a new technology to partially reverse vision for someone with vision loss like yourself.
So how it works?
So from our previous sessions, you know that your retina is made of millions of photoreceptor cells, right? So these cells are like films of a camera in a way that they are very sensitive to light. In your case, some of these cells are not functioning.
What then?
So with this new technology, we have a camera, a video processor, and an electronic implant, which acts as a substitute for those damaged retinal cells. The implant itself is a collection of microelectrodes. The camera captures the external image and sends it to the video processor, which interprets the image and sends signals to stimulate the electrodes in the implant itself.
Oh, sounds interesting.
So the stimulation generates electrical impulses. These pulses activate the other functioning cells in the retina, which transmit signals to the brain through the optic nerves in your eyes. So essentially, these electrodes act as intermediary for your damaged retinal cells. So, and then this will trigger visual sensation, which we call phosphenes, which are just tiny flashes of light that your brain can process.
Oh, so I can see the flash of light?
Hopefully, and with proper training, you can learn to interpret the collection of these flashes as shapes and even objects. So you may be able to form outlines, and it could be very helpful to you in navigating your surroundings in your daily life.
That sounds incredible. Oh, can I get a full vision?
It won't restore perfect vision as we know it, but nevertheless, it could give you some ability to perform simple daily tasks or like moving by yourself, and you could be more confident.
Oh, that sounds good. Then what about the safety and what's the recovery time?
The recovery time depends. It could be 3 to 4 weeks for the eyes to heal post-surgery. After the eyes heal, then we would then add in the extra units, the camera and the video processing, and finally configure it.
Oh, okay, that's good. Then how can I get set up?
We'll have to do a preliminary assessment first. If all things are good, then we can schedule you for implant surgery.
Oh, okay, I see. Thank you, Dr.
You're very welcome, Ken. It's a privilege to be part of this journey with you. let's work together to give you a chance to see the world.
So the surgery procedure is quite complex. I'm going to work on it for a few hours as it's very delicate. The patient we have here is already locally anesthetized, so we can begin. First, we'll need to open up the eyes, and we'll need to make an incision on the sclera, which is the white of the eye, to access the retina. And we'll do it like so. Now we need to prepare the metal tube, which will be going inside the patient's eye, through which the implant will be put into place. We'll insert the electrode array through this metal tube, and it will be inserted into the retina. And then we will be routing a cable beneath the skin to a spot behind the ear where the receiver unit is implanted. This will communicate with that external device that holds the image processing unit. And with that, the surgery is complete and the patient will be ready for recovery.
Hi, welcome everyone. Today we have our special guest with us, Mr. Ken, who recently received the implant in vision restoration. How are you feeling, Mr. Ken?
Oh, I feel super good now.
Oh, that sounds great. So can you tell us about your device?
I think it's just like a magic. I now have like a personal assistant that could help me see a lot and do a lot of things more than before.
Oh, that sounds fantastic. So what's the first thing you saw when you turned on your device?
Generally, I can only see dots. I don't really know what they are. And before I was implanted, I told my friend that I could only see a wall through a narrow tunnel. But now I have 400 tunnels to help me see.
That's very, very funny actually. Lastly, do you have anything to share with others who might consider getting implanted?
Based on my experience, I highly recommend those people to do more research, get more detail on bionic eyes if they are blind, and try to see whether they could get implanted. It might not fit everyone, but once you get implanted, it will really help you improve your life a lot.
Oh, okay. So thank you so much for sharing your experience, Mr. Ken. And thanks you all for listening to our video, and make sure you subscribe before you leave.